Dippy. I need to change that picture, Donna.
Oh, you're fine, sweetie.
Well, I never went up. I tried a live once, and that's what the name was. So I need to change that.
Ah, gotcha. I was hoping I got this worked right.
It says that I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear you.
Well, I guess I got it working then.
Yeah,
Yay!
I was sitting here watching Crafting on TV, so I thought, well, I'll sit here till she gets it going anyways.
I'll figure it out sooner or later.
There's chat with the host and other guests. Is that the chat?
Yeah, that's
okay. That's private chat. I see it now.
Yeah.
Then there'll be the comments.
That would be like if me and you were talking where nobody else could see it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I'm like you. I'm just new to it. Let me see what it is here. And then the other comments is for the public chat, right?
I think I got it now to where I'm able to highlight people's comments now.
Let's see, edit audio. That's the nuggets.
That's like R put in the private chat the other day between me, her, and D. She said, "Where's Summer?" And I was like, your guess is as good as mine. Like, I don't know. I knew she'd be here. Kind of weirded me out a little bit. Like, I was wondering if she really thought I knew where she would be.
And I had to have my granddaughter order her food, and then I had to go down there. She just lives right down the road.
Aww. How old is she?
She's 15.
Mm.
I can literally see their house from here, so.
Well, she's lucky she's got grandma right up the road.
But yeah, we took Memo to well, I called an ambulance Friday for her because she was like really low breathing and wasn't responding real good. So they took the ER and then they sent her back home. They said she tested positive for COVID, but she's not run a fever or anything like that. So, but me and David both has felt sick, so I guess we all three of them.
Oh, wow. Well, better all have it one time than have it separate times. I think. No, I know mine's a regular cold because I can't get rid of it. Like, it's none of the symptoms of COVID, but it's just symptoms of a regular cold.
See, that's the way mine and David's was. It's like just a cold, and he has allergies real bad. So I just thought his was a cold and his allergies, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't have allergies a day in my life until I moved to North Carolina.
But a lot of people at church have been tested positive for COVID just a day or two before. My mom and David hadn't been going because of that because she's 73. So I've been going, and then I come home and try to sanitize myself and spray my Lysol. The doctors over at the hospital said it's in the air anyway.
That's horrible.
I just didn't want Memo to get sick with it, but if it's true, if she does have it, which I know they get extra money if they say that when somebody goes into an ER or something. But
they deem everything COVID related, even if it isn't.
Well, my stepdaughter and her husband and 2 kids got COVID, and her and the 2 kids got fine with it. Well, he got worse, so when he went to the ER, he collapsed on him. So they ended up putting him on a ventilator. About 3 months ago, they gave him up. He only had a couple hours to live. He's still going. Right now, he's in therapy and stuff to learn how to walk and talk and all that stuff again so he can come home. He's been in there for like 5 months.
Oh wow.
I told my stepdaughter, I said, he's not going to go until God's ready for him.
Oh yeah. Don't ever. A doctor only can give you an estimate. They can't tell you whether. I mean,
That's
they're going to tell you, yeah. Regardless, everybody's going to die. Just when God's ready for them, not when they're ready.
But see, he was up in Lexington, which is like an hour and a half away from us, and wasn't nobody allowed in the hospital at that time either. She had to like FaceTime, that kind of thing with him. And whenever they told her they only give him a couple hours to live, well, she was outside the hospital then, and so she was crying and all upset because her kids was down in here, and it was an hour and a half away, and so her sister run the kids up there. They let the kids go in and see him, let her go in and see him and everything, and he's still kicking. I mean, he's getting better all the time.
That's good. It's a good turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's not in pain and suffering, that's a good turnaround.
Well,
Really.
he don't complain with pain, but he's like 30-some year old. He's not old.
Oh, he's young. Very young. Hmm.
I craft a lot while I'm watching these lives too. So if I ever be quiet on you, that's what I'm gonna do. But I ain't doing it today. I'm just watching it on TV.
Oh, I figured out how I can share my screen to be able to watch something else too. Look at that. Pulling out a lot of things when you're playing with it.
All right, are you gonna share it so I can see if it comes up on here?
Oh, let's see. Shit.
Yeah, don't matter what it is, just anything
Shit.
so you can get the hang of it.
I don't want. Maybe not. Says screen layout, press Shift plus 6. So is this 6? No. That's 6. Nothing happened. No. It's just telling me push a bunch of different numbers.
They don't seem like it's very complicated when they're doing it on their lives. So
No, but they also play with it a lot longer than I do. Like I figured out how to move the pictures around.
yeah, I see that. Oh, you'll get the hang of it. Then you have to teach me later.
Alright. I guess I'd have to bring up another page too to do that one.
Well, it's hard for me to do anything live right now because we got Memo here, and it's every few minutes, she's needing something.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I was talking to Miss K earlier. She told me that she's a mod for one of my favorite YouTubers. I thought that was cool. She's like, I
Which
guess I should be fair and tell you. And I was like, oh, I have nothing,
which one does
nothing
she want for?
bad to say about them. Cracking cases.
Okay, I've watched them just a few times.
I like them. I really do. They're one of my favorites. Let's. I know I won't get in trouble for using this one. Let's see if this one will work. Um, no.
Anything that's got to do with the news, like a news clip or something, or a live news brief, that should be okay to use, shouldn't it?
Oh yeah, any type of news clipping, but um, I don't know about the. I don't know how it's if it's not gonna let me do it or not. I don't know how to do it. I'm gonna have to ask Daisy how she does that.
But just keep playing with it if you want. I will sit here and watch my show and watch you, see what happens.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't let me move it. See what it says in the settings.
Now, on the front of mine here, it's got mute, stop cam, cam and mic, and share. Is that a share screen or what's that for?
I think it's to share it out, share the live out.
Let me click and see. I won't click to share it if that's what it is. Okay, it says share slides, video file, or share screen.
Oh, see, you can share video.
Mm-hmm. If I can find it one of my grandson, it's something that I did. So let's see right here. Oh, then here it is.
Let's try this.
See what this app does.
Aha, sharing screen is easiest with two monitors.
Do you see the share screen thing I've got on there?
Um, then one.
Yeah. Okay, so that. There's how it happened whenever I share something. Yes, my little grandson racing with his stepdad.
That's cute.
I just wanted to put that on there.
See if
See
it works.
yeah, what shows up on
Alright.
yours.
So how did you do that?
Where it says share, the share with the plus sign over it. When you click on
Oh,
that, it goes up to slides, video, and share screen. I did video file, but that was already on my computer. And I don't know what the slides and the share screen part is. You just go ahead and check it all out. That way we know what it does, anyways. Okay, it looks like it's fixing to share something.
oh,
There it is. Now that's your share screen, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring up the new tab. I want to get it off that main screen. There we go. So again, I'm not going to bring up the other one. Okay, let's stop sharing that. Let's try something different. Alright, I gotta figure out how to do that. Hmm. This is weird.
Okay, it's not showing that thing on mine anymore because I put it on the cam that's on my desktop instead of the mini cam. That way, see me?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, so I can put a picture there, I guess.
I wonder if that's my cousin.
Okay, it's showing your YouTube homepage.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That was what I was aiming to do. I wanted to see if it was that's how I do it. Because there was something I wanted to. Hush.
Okay, I just noticed that in the public comments, we can't comment there unless we're off panel, right?
All right. Okay. Now I know how to do it, so we're good.
In this public comments part where you just put that your cousin was there, I can't comment in that as long as I'm on panel, right?
Yeah. No, you have to go back to the main screen.
Okay.
Just keep the main window open. Just mute it.
Okay, now I got it. I see. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Okay.
I'm still
I got
listening.
it working. I get it where I can type in the live chat. Get this screen muted. You got a Dan in the private chat back there.
You're not heavy. I didn't realize that. Good stuff. Good. They're able to style peacefully. All right. So I accidentally kicked somebody from the back room. I don't know the person though. Dan Sen. Hi Dan. Have we ever talked to you before, hon? Now that we're back on topic, I figured out how we have you. So have you figured it out on your end? So like when you do your lives, you can bring them up.
Yeah, yeah, I know how to get on here. Uh, how to switch, over to where I can chat in the chat room or just be in a private chat. Yeah.
Okay. At least we figured it out together.
Yeah. Now
I
this
wonder.
StreamYard, is it a free platform?
Free platform.
The StreamYard, do you get to pay for that extra, or is that just?
You know what? I don't know. It didn't tell me. It didn't say nothing about paying. If you upgrade it, I think you have to pay for it.
Okay, because I thought I heard Bess saying something about you pay for StreamYard, that something about if you want to, so I didn't know.
I don't know. I think you get it for free for so long, and then you might have to upgrade it.
Does it tell you on there how many people you can have on your panel?
Up to 6.
6. Maybe you have to upgrade to go to 10 like everybody else.
Right now I have premium.
Who would want 10 people on?
Yeah, I got the premium YouTube for 3 months for free. And then I could choose a plan after that, and I don't know if StreamYard comes with it.
know when these creators always saying, I gotta pay to do this. I'm thinking, why are you paying? YouTube's free, but see, I didn't know nothing about StreamYard and all that.
I guess that's the only way you're able to bring people up. It's through StreamYard.
Yeah,
What? It's not showing me any comments in the live chat. From the live chat, it doesn't even show the the Dan Sem person that said, "Hey there." I didn't see that. Did you see
he
that?
was in the private. He was in the private chat.
Yeah, it says it on the main chat. Like in the main, if you bring up the regular screen
Hmm.
in the comments, I can see it in there, but I can't. It doesn't show it on the live comments in here.
Can you see where I just typed? Can you see me?
Mm-hmm. See, I'm supposed to be able to. Yeah, see. But I didn't see the other dude when he said something in here.
Well, when I seen him, he was in the private chat. So he said
Yeah,
hi there.
and then if you go in, like, if you go out of the StreamYard one
Uh-huh.
and just pop over to the YouTube live screen,
Yeah.
you can see it says hi there in there too.
Well, I went over there. I don't see him on that live stream.
Yeah.
I
If
just
you hit the live chat, it says hi there.
the only one I see him in is private chat, like the backstage.
One more just I don't want to change
Okay.
it.
About 20 something.
86 and then 40 that'd be 16 and we're gonna have $4 and change which you do. But I gave you an extra 2 that makes 6. So
No.
won't forget you still owe me because I gave extra money the other day.
I gave him some for that extra money. Oh, no, that's right.
So it's like 2
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't come by the next day. Dude, I was about to die yesterday when I got home.
I bet. I don't know. It's weird. Now it just makes me wonder if I'm going to see people come in.
See that the only thing he's showing is in my private chat.
Yeah. But he's not in here at all now, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I always wondered, like on Paraguay, there's people comes up in the back chat all the time. How do they do that?
I don't know. I guess we figured it out. Because that private chat is only for supposed to be the people StreamYard.
Yeah.
So
I'm back there making this pizza today, but
that's how she was getting all them messages from people in the chat. They would
Yeah.
go up to go StreamYard and just put it in the private chat.
maybe no. I don't know who had made that pizza back there, but pay for pizza. So I don't know how to pay it.
Usually the only one that makes pizza is Mike. So.
When I hit mute on here, does it just mute me or does it mute everybody?
It should only mute you.
Okay, I'm gonna try it and see. Okay, it just muted me. Is my audio good, Dippy, or would I need a mic?
No, I hear you fine, sweetheart. Just fine. Well, anyway, I'm glad we got that fixed. Now it'll be easy for me to bring people
Now you're ready for a live.
up. Well, I am live, but
Miss Hilton come in earlier, but it's when you was spinning. I told her you was working on it.
mm. Yeah, she came. She was the first one in my live today, this morning when I first started. And then you popped in just as she was getting ready to leave.
Now that was Kay, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Miss Hilton, the one from Daisy's, I think.
Yeah, Miss K.
No, Miss Hilton. Is she from PG's or Daisy's?
Miss who?
Hilton, Hilton.
Oh, she's from Miss Daisy's too.
Okay, that's what I thought. But anyway, she came in while you were spinning, and she said hello, and I spoke back to her, and I told her that you were. She said, am I spinning? I said, she's trying to get it fixed.
Trying to get the StreamYard working. You got the other one.
I'll be riding the contraband.
But yeah, she Miss K brought said something earlier. Can you please let her out before I kick her in the head?
Let your girlfriend out.
Bullshit. I'm gonna go straight to you. Mine's will let her out.
My girlfriend's been out. You hear it. Look at it.
That's not your girlfriend. That's your wife. There's a difference.
Girlfriend, wife, mistress, whatever you want to call it.
Am I the side bitch?
Language.
Some bitches don't get to live with it.
Oh my gosh. But we were earlier. She was saying something about. Or was it you?
You was just fucking up.
What is it?
Watch your mouth. In Prayer Gardens live the other day.
Oh, about R?
Uh huh.
Yeah, that was me. I sent you the email.
Oh, that's why you were wanting me to go in there.
Yeah, I wanted you to go watch it because she started off talking about how you and her had disagreement because you wasn't well supportive. And then she kept on and on and on, and then Prayer Garden just booted her and blocked her.
And I saw her say that to Miss Daisy yesterday, but she's like, and I don't know why.
Well, she exaggerates a little bit because she does know why. She said nobody in chat was saying anything, but they was.
I bet they were. Because she kind of reminds me of the B guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I mean, we all heard it, but every night, she came on there with the same thing and just took over the focus.
Like I said, by all means, her story does need to be out there because of what happened.
Yeah.
But
and it is out there. I mean, we all went and subscribed to her channel. We went to her, went and signed her petition. I mean, we've done all that stuff.
It's not fair for her to take over somebody else's channel. I don't know who else's channel she does on. She said she got banned from Benny's. I kind of can see that.
Go on Prayer Gardens, but she goes on Miss Daisy's. I don't know if I've seen her anywhere else or not, but I don't go a lot of places.
If she did get banned from Benny's, she would have had to say something very out the way. Because they don't ban you in Benny's for just nothing.
She would have had to say something personally against him, probably.
Uh-huh.
But if you go on the Wales supporters page and you start dogging the Waleses, yeah, they're probably going to kick you because, you know,
Yeah.
before you go in there, you know what they're for.
Yes, ma'am. You know how to tame your tongue, and yes, everybody's opinion does matter and count, but to an extent.
Yeah, respect the channel that you're on. You can say something in your opinion, but you don't have to be rude and ill to the creator.
Well, exactly, and that goes back to if that's the way you wanna do, then you should think about making your own, so that way your channel could be about what you want it to be about.
Yeah.
You can't make everybody's channel be about just your story, because that's not what the true crime community is about, just one story.
Well, I thought she said that she did have a channel, but I've never. I mean, she's on daisies and prayer gardens all the time, and I've never. I didn't think she had a channel because when was she on?
I've heard several people ask for her channel, but I've never seen her put it in the chat. Like, it's like she kind of ignores everybody on that part.
Yeah.
Or maybe she just doesn't catch it. But I know Daisy has mentioned something to her about people wanting to know what her channel was.
Yeah, I heard that.
But I don't remember her ever answering her. Can I give you some earphones? Can I give you some earphones? It's bad enough I gotta hear his. Over me trying to talk. Sorry. Yeah, I just think that was like, I mean, great. I'm glad she didn't bring my name into it when she was, but I'm glad you caught on to it.
Yes. Well, see, we just had left daisies, so then when she started
you
saying
did.
that, she said over in things down on the farm or whatever, and then when she said a well supporter, we had a reptiles. I don't know how she even said it, but I knew she was talking about you. And I was waiting for her to say something that wasn't true, but she just kept it at that, y'all, that you was a well supporter.
Well, I guess in a way I am, but not as what everybody would think I am.
No, it's like I told her in Daisy's, I said she's a supporter of facts.
Yeah.
You can't just say somebody's doing something and it be true.
Mm-hmm. And I love Miss Daisy, but I think she's a little too gullible on some of the things people say.
Well, when she was bashing PG, I said, so we bash people, we bash other creators, and nobody said nothing. So I thought, oh well, I just left because I didn't want to hear any more of it. But yeah, she was really bashing PG. But I mean, Daisy wasn't. She was.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't think Miss Daisy would do that at all. But it's just funny because, like, I'm always in the back, like in her back chat. And I don't think Robin ever really reads it too much. Because otherwise Robin would probably be very mad at me. Because I keep trying to tell Miss Daisy, I'm like, don't let people overrun your channel, honey.
And another thing with R, when somebody says something that's against what she just said or don't agree with it, she gets loud and rude.
It's very mean about it. I've noticed that a lot too. That's why I just sit back and be quiet unless she's asking me a question direct. But you notice Robin never directs nothing to me. Because she doesn't want to hear somebody else's opinion. She wants everybody's opinion to be what hers is.
The last straw on Prayer Garden, I remember now, was she was playing a video of a recording, and Robin just busted out laughing. And that's when Prayer Garden said her took her down. Then after the recording and stuff, that's when she told her that she didn't want her back up on her panel. She was rude and because she was laughing during that recording. But anyway, that's when she told her that she didn't want her back up there. And she said, and my chat's been saying that for quite a while now, and I've not been paying any attention to it.
I'd be the same with the other one. He tends to make it all about him too.
Mm-hmm. And I told him one day. And I went into another chat one day, and I said hi to this person, and he started laughing. She said, "What are you laughing about, Best?" And he said, "Joy R." He said, "Because she dogs me in Prayer Gardens." I said, "No, I just tell you what's on my mind. You was over talking Prayer Garden, and I told you was, and you need to be quiet." So anyway, me and him got everything straightened out. But no, he told her I dogged Prayer Gardens. I said, "No, I don't dog you. I just tell you need to shut up or be quiet. We're trying to hear Prayer Garden."
That was the first time I ever seen him was in Prayer Gardens. So I don't know anything about that.
I don't either. He was in that room I went into, and it was just me, her, and him. And I said hi to her whenever he started laughing. She said, "What's funny, Bess?" And he started saying that. She said, "Well, now there's not going to be no bashing or drama up here, Bess." She said, "This is a..." So anyway, she started telling him about it. And he said, "Well, they might be joking me." But I said, "No, I'm not joking." I said, "Whenever you over talk Prayer Garden and he trying to listen to her," I said, "Yeah, I'm going to come out and say you need to hush." But he's not as bad about over talking her as he was.
Well, that's good. I guess.
I told him he was way too sensitive. Everything's always about him. I said, every time we come on Prayer Garden, we got to start apologizing for Vest. He said,
I
"No,
remember,
y'all don't have to apologize to me."
yeah, I remember you saying that that was the day that I came up that I was trying to be up in the panel.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to tell her, like, look, I did have some not so very good judgments against you before, while you were on Ziggy's panel, because I didn't understand how you were supposed to be one of their friends, but you were up there telling them things that they didn't need to know.
To see
And
that was
it seemed like it was for more or less clicks and money and views, like stuff like that, than it was to actually help benefit them. And that's what kind of made me upset with her to begin with.
well, see, that's the same with me. I didn't like her when she was on Ziggy's because she was like everything was like secretive, and she'd just tell us little bits and pieces, and I got so aggravated with her thing.
Yeah, that's just like Jenna and the rest of them. Like, how can you call them a friend, but then you're going on
They're
live,
stabbing you in the back. Yeah,
a live platform and telling their business?
that's
And
right.
not for nothing, I don't believe half the shit stuff that comes out of even their mouths,
Yeah,
because for all we know, they could be lying to them
that's
and
right.
just telling them things. Because they do a lot of things out of spite. I don't know if anybody has paid attention to that.
But see, they used to say, Jenna and PG both used to say, "I know for a fact because they told me." Well, they're the biggest liars I've ever heard. So if they told you, that don't make it true.
Exactly. Like, how can you guys are all screaming this and this and this about these people, but yet you're believing every word that they tell you.
Yeah.
See, that's what doesn't make any sense to me. Not one bit of sense. So you believe it at the time they're telling you, but then a couple weeks later, when you're on somebody's channel, you don't believe it. Can you make up my mind and let me know what's true and what's not true? It's crazy.
Oh, I had so many different thoughts about this case. I wouldn't even know where to begin on it.
Everybody was like, because when my first podcast I did, my first ever live, I did it on an old solved case, but it was an old case from my area in North Carolina. And I did it purposely. Everybody's like, well, why didn't you do it on Summer or one of the other missing kids that is here up here recently? And I was like, first off, as much as I love that baby girl Summer and I would do anything to help her, find her or whatever, I said the way the YouTubers have got it going, it's a touchy subject right now. Like, you can't say nothing without getting bashed.
Then you get doxxed, you get threatened.
And it's crazy. Like, I'm not trying to put myself in the middle of any of that. But, and they're like, oh, is that why you're on their side? Is because you don't want to get that jump? No. I'm on their side because there is no evidence pointing that they've done anything wrong other than live in a place where kids don't need to be. Like, we don't know any of the stuff that came out about them is true. They've never denied it, but they never admitted to it either. The only thing that we know for sure is that when John was 13 years old, him and his stepsister, or whatever they were at the time, played a game that every kid plays at their age.
Playing boyfriend, girlfriend.
Doctor, house, anything.
Yeah.
And if people say they did not play that or get that deep into playing that, they're crazy. I mean, grant you, yeah, they might not have went all the way playing it, but kids are very vulnerable at that age. They see something, they're going to act it out. You can always tell, and that's one thing I've learned being an SA victim. You can tell. You can tell, and not by the way Summer was acting. She just acted like a hyper kid to me.
Yeah.
That loved to be outside, that loved to play in the dirt, that loved to just everything nature.
You see, that's another thing people talk about on it. The kids was dirty. Well, my kids growing up grew up out in the country. They played outside all day. They come in the evenings, took their baths, and went to bed. They stayed dirty 90% of the time. I don't down nobody if they get a picture of a kid with a little dirt on them because mine always played outside. I played outside.
Yep. And that's what makes me mad about it. That's why I a lot of times I have to bite my tongue and not say anything to people. What? You didn't see what I seen in them pictures. Well, you're trying to look for shit that isn't there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They didn't feed them. How did they know they didn't feed them that morning? They could have went to fast food.
Because they didn't put that in their timeline. They went to Sonic's. They didn't necessarily say, oh, we got food and slushies. They just said they picked up a slushie.
Yeah, I mean, they still may have ate.
If you hear Dawn, that girl couldn't go to a restaurant without getting French fries.
Yeah.
And she did seem kind of a little bit more spoiled than the rest of the kids. I'm just saying. I mean, every time she went somewhere with either one of her parents, they bought her something.
Yeah. And there was a lot of pictures of Candace with her. I mean, it wasn't like she wouldn't paid attention to.
Yeah, we will never know. So I mean, I just don't like the way people read into it. They read into it way too much and trying to make something appear that isn't there.
And try to make a big deal out of clothes folded up on the dryer. They need to see my washer and dryer.
Right? Facts. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't agree with anything that anybody says now anymore about this case. It's hard to agree because we don't have facts.
That's right. But there'll be a million excuses after the truth comes out and one thing was wrong and all this and that.
I promise you, my big thing is what comes out. What God forbid comes out that she was never SA or anything by her parents. Nothing. Her parents didn't do anything to her.
I tell you what's been on my mind the past few days with her is that they sold her out for adoption. And if that's the
Oh,
fact that she went to a good home, I'm tickled to death.
yeah,
It's,
that's my theory. My theory is she got put in for adoption. Now, whether it be the parents doing it or just somebody getting her out of that situation,
yeah,
and
either
we
way.
can't take the child to CPS because we didn't know CPS was coming out. Nobody knows CPS is coming out when they come out.
No, but a lot of the creators, they know.
No, they think they know
Yeah,
because CPS can't tell you nothing, especially if you have no authority with the kid.
that's right.
You know, I mean, they have all their speculations. They all knew that they were coming. No, that's what you were told, so that's what you go on. Unless they already had an open case with CPS and CPS told them that they would be out there for a future. Uh,
Well, now, yeah, I do know that
yeah.
I've heard some people that's, CPS tells them we're coming for a visit on this day.
Yeah, after they've already had the initial visit.
Yeah, the surprise visit and all that there. Well, we'll be back
The
in a
surprise
week.
visit, yeah,
Like that.
So they might have had an open case with them. They might have because of the boys. But it wouldn't have been
Well,
because summer hasn't even started school yet. So
that's right.
how
It
can
had to
CPS
been,
even be called?
it had to been church or school to call them to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And if they did have lice, which that is no disgrace because God knows I dealt with my kids when they was young, and
Yeah.
pick it up at school, you can't help it. But if that was the case, I mean that's not nothing for them to be bashing about either.
It's not nasty it's not disgusting to have
No,
them. It's disgusting to keep them and not do nothing about it.
that's right.
That's the neglect. So maybe that was their way of keeping all the kids here short. So that was their way of keeping it out of their hair until school started. So
See,
one thing
we
one
don't
thing
really
that
know how Tennessee works with that either. If they felt lice, maybe they sent social workers out to check them before they let them come back to school. Who knows?
could be. But you think they got out this was on June 15th, right? So school had probably just got out for the summer.
Yeah,
Who would send CPS out?
that's
School
true. Too.
just got out. And not for nothing, all of 2021, just about the kids were on computer.
That's right.
Nobody's looking at any of these things. They hear CPS was on the way out there so they got to get rid of summer. I want to get rid of all the kids. I would think I'd have more issues with the boys than the girls. The girl.
I don't remember who first brought the lice deal up.
Just somebody in the chat. It had to be just no, yeah, because Don and them never said nothing about lice. Not one time.
Yeah,
The reason why she
I think it might have been Jenna that brought it up. So that's why they shaved her.
Yeah. Which, just like Jody Sue, you take a grain of salt, whatever that woman said.
I don't ever know what Jody Sue's saying. I can't listen to her because I can't understand her.
I don't listen to her. That's why I don't listen to her, because I don't believe anything she says. But, like, I don't know. That could be that could be a thing. The reason why her hair was short was because of lice. Which, okay, yeah, I believe that. But she wasn't necessarily, I mean, even if she liked to be a princess, she was an outdoorsy type of girl.
Tomboy, like I was growing up. Tomboy.
It's always easier to keep your hair short so you don't have to worry about brushing it, keeping up with it. Because when you're a girl, you got a lot more to do than a boy. So maybe she was like, oh, one day, because they're like, oh, she can't get a hold of scissors and Clippers. What are you talking about? You guys are acting like she's 2. She's a 5-year-old. A very curious 5-year-old at
And they're
that.
gonna do those self haircuts one time or another.
I know mine did. I know my cousin sitting next to me done it at quite a few different times when she was a kid. So I mean, and we were hard playing kids. Like I said, our parents did not know the meaning of electronics. Like we had them, but we had to use our imagination and take our butts outside and play.
We didn't have electronics, and where we lived, our TV only got like 2 channels because we lived so back in a holler. And when daylight come, when we got up out of bed, we went outside. We played until dark. And
Yeah.
literally, your mom was hollering, "Y'all need to get in here. You're like a snake bit." I mean, that's where we lived. But we stayed out all the time. And we was barefooted. Let's talk about her being barefooted. We was barefooted unless we was going to school. We put our school shoes on. That's what they was called. But Dippy, I hear my husband up in there peeling around and not cooking some lunch.
Oh look, we got. Now I'm getting spam. All right, hon.
So,
Yeah, I see that.
ASO.
How do you, let's see, remove,
You,
I
you,
can remove it.
And sell it at Mexico.
I
Okay.
blocked the ears. You said your husband is home?
No, he's in the other room. I hear him peeling, looking around. I said he might be looking for some lunch. I guess I better get off here and go get him.
Glad mine's at work. I don't have to worry about that. Go buy him something.
Yeah, I know that. These little boys got shot quick.
But if you're ready to go ahead and go ahead. I appreciate you hanging out with me and learning this stuff with me.
Well, yeah, I'm learning as you was too. So, but I'll catch you on your next live.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Daisy
All right,
should be
bye-bye.
soon, actually.
All right,
It was great talking to you.
you too.
That fully boy.